So I started playing Eternal, an online collectible card game recently, and finished my first month of playing the game on August 22nd of 2021. And as of the making of this video, it is in my opinion the best game of its kind on the market. Not clickbait, I do think it's better than MtGA and Hearthstone. So in my month of playing Eternal, I've played on 3 platforms: the Switch, the mobile version, and the PC version. The TLDW of my rant is up on the screen if you want to skip it, or you know what version of Eternal you want to play on. Now, the Switch, mobile, and PC versions of Eternal are slightly different, with the Switch being the worst to play on, and the PC being the best to play on. Although the differences are marginal in my opinion, all of them are viable options for getting started. The Switch control layout was a bit weird for me at first, but that was probably because I hadn't played card games before on a console. It feels completely fine and natural now. My biggest gripes with the Switch are that you can't compete in events hosted by Direwolf Digital, the studio behind Eternal. And some of the particles around card packs and hero portraits don't render properly, and this leads to you not being able to see your health or the opponent's health sometimes. You also don't get access to Twitch drops, which I'll get into later when we talk about the PC. I don't recommend playing on the Switch long-term casually, nor competitively, unless Direwolf Digital fix both of these problems. The mobile version of Eternal is pretty much on par with the PC version, besides being a bit cramped depending on how big your phone or tablet is, and not having access to Twitch drops. The footage you see right now is actually filmed on my phone. This is probably the best version for casual players, as you can basically play anywhere with connection. And I pretty much played all of my competitive games so far through mobile, so it is a viable competitive option. I will be playing Eternal on my mobile device moving forward, but my phone will only be used as a backup when I'm playing a competitive match. The PC version has all the features the game has to offer. No visual bugs unlike the Switch, and the UI doesn't feel cramped unlike the mobile version. It also has Twitch drops, which come in 2 types of rewards: premium cards and influencer orbs. Because the PC is the best, most of the footage you'll see in the video is from the PC version. But let's go back to Twitch drops. You basically get both of the aforementioned drops by linking your Eternal account and watching streamers on Twitch play Eternal who have the Waystone extension as part of their stream. Up on the screen is a Waystone extension, and I'll show you how to link your account. So basically, you just go up to the top right hand corner, you go to streaming, and you'll have the option to link your account. I don't have mine here because mine is already linked. So here are what the Twitch drops look like. You get these chests after a game or after you log on, given you've watched enough on Twitch to get the rewards. And you get premium cards. I've heard sometimes you get a draft ticket or some other stuff. I haven't gotten any of those yet, but hopefully my luck is better in the future. Oh, more stuff. Oh, a pack! This is my first time getting a pack. Let's go. Oh, even more stuff? What the heck? Okay, this one's lame, but still fine. Speaking of Twitch streamers who play Eternal, go check out Atua61. He gave me really good advice on how to start off, and I think he's really funny. He's told me things about how to grind gold efficiently, how to spend said gold to build my collection the fastest, and has a good head for the game. If you're not convinced yet, check out this clip.
If you don't draw, it doesn't do anything.
If you haven't noticed already, the gameplay experience of Eternal is pretty close to MTG, but there are a lot less spots where you can respond to your opponent. This limits gameplay a bit, but allows for a cleaner online experience. There is also an alternate system to the sideboard called the market. I like the market system better because it allows for tech cards to be played in a best of one format. By game economy, or how fast you can acquire cards, I would say you acquire cards way faster in Eternal compared to MtGA or Hearthstone. We don't ever compare card game economies to Legends of Runeterra because Riot Games never needs to make money off of that game. I bet the developers made that game just so employees played a Riot made card game in the offices or something, instead of Hearthstone. Eternal basically throws cards at you as a starting player, has a good system of getting rid of cards you don't want or need, and you can endlessly grind resources if you really wanted to. If you guys want a more in-depth comparison video between Hearthstone, Eternal, and Magic the Gathering Arena, let me know in the comments section below. Hey there, you the viewer. Sorry to interrupt your regularly scheduled programming, but I have an important announcement to make. According to my YouTube stats, 0% of my viewers are subscribed. So, if you like what you see, be sure to like the video and subscribe to become one of the nerds. So, here's a bit about my first month playing. I started playing the game and ground out a lot of gold using the method Atua61 told me about. I'll make an in-depth video about how to get started in Eternal and grind gold in the near future. With the gold I got, I played drafts to get cards, and played Gauntlet because it was free. For my Gauntlet deck, I just took 2 of the starter decks and combined them into a 2-faction deck, and slowly added better and better cards from what I got from drafts. This deck also doubled as my deck for ranked. I did this until the expedition opened on July 30th, and from that event I picked 2 decks that were relatively cheap to craft. For those of you that don't know, Expedition is a format where only newer cards are used, and where in Throne, every card can be used. Unfortunately, I realized that these decks had cards from mini-sets and campaigns. Those can't be crafted. So I ended up using $30 to buy all of the Expedition uncraftable cards since I didn't save gold. The 2 decks I first crafted are up on the screen now, and links to them will be in the description. Shoutouts to Alex Fierro and Fool's Parsley. Alex's deck was my first Masters deck, and Parsley's deck was my first High Masters deck. High Masters being top 10 or so. Be wary about crafting them though, because there was a patch between then and the making of this video. I had more success with the Fire Primal deck in High Masters, and I transitioned that into a Throne deck by Ceres. The next event is the 5K Draft Open, where players draft 4 decks and play 7 games with each deck. The 64 players with the best records play in a tournament. I went 18-10 and barely didn't make it into the top 64. A few days later, after the 5K Draft Open, I get invited into Eternal's team server. Team We Stream Games. The link to the Discord is in the description. They tell me about events called Tuesday Night Eternal. I participate in the event and win the whole thing with the same deck by Ceres I ran on ladder. The event was really fun, and the person organizing the tournaments, Telemachus, is a blessing to the community. In the week following the event, I grind ladder with a Sentinels deck someone recommended to me, and I hit top 7 on ladder, somewhere around there. And here I am now, making this video at the end of my first month playing Eternal. The game's great, the community is great, go play it. I have like 230 hours in 1 month. The link to join is on the screen or in the description below. Thanks for making it to the end of the video, and see ya nerds!